Yeah, good morning, everyone. We are seeing more of a sideway market in the international markets. Nothing great changes are seen, and even the commodities are also more of a flattish or marginal changes, except oil, which has moved up by almost around $2. Uh, More of a range-bound market is the trend in the international market. We are seeing very much sell-off which has happened specifically in mid-cap and in small cap yesterday. Uh, the sell-off is capturing the lower expected results in the current quarter and also the excess valuations which has happened. And also we had seen a lot of money moving out of the market in IPO, FPO, and QIP and all. So that altogether are putting up some pressures on the market, and that can still continue for some time in this month, and we may see some bounce back happening towards the end of the month. Now, request technical team to take up from here.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. So we have seen some strong selling pressure in Nifty, where there was no recovery was seen in, and Nifty has closed on the day's low. The important thing to note here is Nifty has broken its 100-day moving average, and it has given a closing below that. The 100-day moving average was at 25,540 levels, and it has closed below that. The closing at was at around 24,470. Although after this so much selling, we can expect a very small bounce back, but till the time Nifty doesn't cross that 100 DMA, our view is still cautious. For today, the immediate support for Nifty is currently placed at 24,770, followed by 24,700. If that is broken, then 24,600 will be tested again. Uh, so, so I'm so sorry about the levels. So the levels for the first support zone is at 24,000, 24,300, followed by 24,270. The immediate resistance point is currently placed at 24,550, followed by 24,600. Talking about Bank Nifty has shown a similar move. Uh, it has broken its 100-day moving average, and it has closed below that. It has also broken the trend line support. Well, the immediate support for Bank Nifty is currently placed at 51,000 levels. If that is broken, then we can expect a downside towards 50,800, followed by 50,500. Whereas the upside resistance is currently placed at 51,600, followed by 51,800. Talking about Fin Nifty has shown a similar move like that, where where the important support zone for Fin Nifty is currently placed at 23,530, followed by 23,440. And the resistance at 23,770 and 23,850. Well, it's a very stock specific market, and we request everyone to trade with strict stop losses. Titan futures looking weak at current levels can be sold for a target of 32.65 by keeping a strict stop loss of 3420. So that's all from my side. I request derivatives team to take the call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Ayush. On the derivative front, majorly, as I said yesterday, we thought some buying should come in looking at the data, and that hasn't come in, obviously. Nifty and Bank Nifty and most of the stocks witnessed a lot of selling pressure yesterday. But still, we don't see, a big downside kind of a scenario. Still 24,500 now becomes an important support area. One thing that has happened is 24,700 has been breached, which was a strong support area. Also 25,000 held the highest put base, now that is shifted to 24,000, so that's a negative. However, VIX is still below the 15 levels, and open interest hasn't really shot up much. PCR is at the oversold zone, so we expect some bounce back to come in. However, if 24,500 is broken, further selling can still be expected. So yeah, from the stock specific front, at this point, most of the stocks witnessed selling pressure. Some defensive stocks witnessed buying, but we expect pharma FMCG to again move up from current levels. Specifically DV's granules in the pharma pack, and in FMCG HUL, Colgate. these stocks can do well going forward. So yeah, look out for the same. So yeah, that's it from my side. Like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. On the result front, Amber Enterprises India Limited posted the results above expectations. Revenue grew by 82% on a YY basis. This is mainly led by the strong consumer demand and the lower channel inventories. It observed robust growth in both the segments, consumer durables as well as electronics division. Overall operating margin were improved, and it was largely improved on account of company strategy on RAC and the robust growth it has observed in the components of electronics division. In the press release, the management indicated strong order book and the new product additions in railway subsystems and defense, providing long-term visibility on the growth. The stock is currently trading at a PE of 51 times to FY26 EPS, while we'll provide the update post the con call. SRF Limited posted the results below expectations. Revenue grew by around 8% on a YY basis, where chemical business revenue declined by 5%, and margins were at 18% as against 24% in the same quarter last year. Overall EBITDA margin reported at 16.4% versus expectation of 19.5%. Currently, the stock is trading at a PE of 30 times to FY26 EPS. We'll provide the update post today's con call. Jubilant Ingrevia Limited posted the results, and results has improved. Revenue grew by 2.5% on a YY basis, and operating margin reported at 12%. It has improved, led by the better product mix and higher share of volume from the human grade products. EBITDA for specialty chemicals grew by 26% on a YY basis. It has almost reached to 20% EBITDA margin in the segment. The company is expected to achieve its internal target of 20% EBITDA on account of its 5-year CDMO contract. Currently, it is at around 12%. The management is expecting sequential improvement in the overall performance in the second half, and we'll expect second half to be better than the first half. The company is committed to its growth plans of achieving 3 times of revenue and 4 times of EBITDA within 5 years. In terms of capex, it is expected to invest incremental capex of 600 to 800 crores in the next 3 years, and the same will be invested in the specialty chemicals and the specialty part of nutrition segment. The stock is currently trading at 31 times to FY26 EPS, and our outlook is positive. On the IPO front, Godavari Biorefineries Limited is opening for subscription today and will be closed on 25th of October. We are recommending neutral on this IPO. The price band is set at rupees 352 on the upper end. The total issue size is rupees 555 crore. The issue consists of offer for sale worth rupees 230 crore and fresh issue worth rupees 325 crore. Proceeds from fresh issue to be utilized for the repayment of the debt worth rupees 240 crore. Godavari Biorefineries Limited was actually it is Godavari Sugar Mills Limited incorporated in 1939, and it demerged to Godavari Biorefineries Limited in 2009. It is one of the largest producers of ethanol and a pioneer in manufacture of alcohol-based chemicals in India. It is a manufacturer of ethanol-based chemicals in India with an integrated biorefinery at an installed capacity of 570 KLPD. It currently has 2 manufacturing facilities, one located in Karnataka and another in Ahmednagar. If we look at the industry risk and the concerns, the ban on sugar exports and the ban on use of sugarcane juice and sugar syrup for ethanol production has got revoked recently, which is expected to be positive for the industry players. But it will be a key monitorable in the future also, as reimposition of ban will impact the industry negatively. Godavari Biorefineries is very optimistic towards their bio-based chemicals business, where they are working on innovation in technology and sustainable practices. It has focus on R&D, where it is having 3 R&D facilities and with 52 permanent research scientists. The management expects rise in ethanol blending, and its ethanol-based chemicals would be the key growth drivers for its future growth. Uh, However, if we look at the financials, it has delivered the weak fundamentals over the last few years, with 0.5% growth in revenue and 23% growth in its bottom line at a CAGR basis between FY 22-24. And the return ratios are also lowest in the industry. The issue is valued at 17 times to EV by EBITDA to FY24 EBITDA, which is believed to be expensive when compared with the listed peers. Thus, we had recommended neutral to the issue. Thank you.
Good morning, all. This is Darshit here. I'll be speaking about couple of results. Supreme Industries reported weaker than expected Q2 FY25 numbers. Revenues fell 14% Y-on-Y basis on the back of 0.2% dip in volumes and 1.8% fall in blended realizations Y-on-Y basis. Margins also saw 140 bips fall Y-on-Y at 14%. Results were impacted by extreme volatility in PVC resin prices, reduced government infrastructure spending in the first half of the year, and extended delays due to the Red Sea shipping blockage. Company has revised its volume growth guidance downwards from earlier 25% to a range of 16 to 18% for FY25. Stock is priced at 35% FY26 earning, and one can accumulate at dips. Persistent Systems Limited results were above expectations. Revenue came at constant currency Q-on-Q growth of 5.3% against expectation of 3.9. Company expects circular growth across verticals going forward. Margins remain flat Q-on-Q with investments in place in H1 FY25. H2 expected to see better margins. Stock is trading at a PE of 43 times FY26 EPS and outlook is positive. Zenza Technologies results were in line with expectations. Revenue grows 0.3% constant currency Q-on-Q basis in line with expectations. Telecom Media Technologies vertical declined 8.8 Q-on-Q due to furloughs. Revenue contribution from this vertical has come down from 27% to 22 Y-on-Y, and thus management expects less furloughs impact in Q3 and should see better performance than a year ago. Coforge reported its number ahead of expectations. Revenue grew 5.5 constant currency Q-on-Q basis. EBIT margins were in line at 12.2%. Management is in a bit about the deal pipeline and growth going forward. Stock is trading at a PE of 33 times FY26 EPS and outlook is positive. Thank you.
Good morning. Yesterday, Bajaj Finance Limited announced its results. The results are in line with expectations. Asset quality marginally deteriorated. The AUM grew by 29% year-on-year and 5.6% quarter-on-quarter. Net interest income grew by 23% year-on-year and 5% quarter-on-quarter. PAT came at 13% year-on-year and 3% quarter-on-quarter. NIM is stable at 12%. GNPA stood at 1.06 and NNPA stood at 0.46. Deposit book grew by 21% year-on-year. In Bajaj Finance Limited con call update was the company added 3.98 million new customers to their franchisee. The company estimates new customer additions to be 15 to 16 million in FY25. The company is more focusing on its operating efficiencies, like setting up call centers and digital services in FY26. The outlook is positive. Also, Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services announced its results. The results is below expectations. NII came at 14% year-on-year and 2% quarter-on-quarter. PVP came at 27% year-on-year and 5% quarter-on-quarter. PAT came at 57% year-on-year and minus 28% quarter-on-quarter. GNPA came at 3.83% and NNPA came at 1.59%. The outlook is neutral. And ICICI Securities Limited announced results. The results are okay. Revenue from operations came at 4% quarter-on-quarter and 36% year-on-year. EBITDA came at 2.9% quarter-on-quarter and 44% year-on-year. EBITDA margin came at 68.4% versus quarter-on-quarter 69.2%. The outlook is neutral. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from this, Paytm yesterday reported results, and result came during the market hour. Results were ahead of expectations. We are seeing some initial sign of revival. The EBITDA loss came in at 404 crores versus expectation of 488 crores. That was mainly driven by the cost rationalizations. Employee cost and other cost has been cut by the company, and that has supported the better profit reduction in the losses. Apart from that, company has yesterday also got the NPCI approval for onboarding of UPI customers. So that will also act as positive for the company. Apart from that, Zomato also came up with the numbers, and the numbers were ahead of expectations. Here, their traditional business of grocery home delivery, food delivery is steady and grown at around 20%. But the main growth came from the food delivery, that is Blinkit, which has grown. Quick commerce service has gone at around 129% year-on-year. And the growth in the future will also be driven by this particular division, that is Blinkit. A company is aggressively expanding its stores. Right, last quarter they had opened up around 152 stores. And a company has announced the raising of fund also up to maximum of $1 billion. This will have some structural change in the company also, wherein the ownership of the company will be defined as Indian company rather than FII holding company, because the FII holding will come down to 50% with this QIP. And that can have a structural advantage for the company in the form of company can own the inventory thereafter, as current regulation doesn't allow foreign quick commerce to hold the inventory. This will change the structure for the company, and that can act as positive for the company in the future as well. So overall outlook for Zomato is positive, and stock can be accumulated on any corrections in the current scenario. So that's all from us. Now request Harshal to take over from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So in today's session, we might see gold testing 78,400 on downside, and buying momentum could continue till 78,800, 79,000. However, one should be cautious if prices are sustaining below 78,100. So maintain a stop loss of 78,100. In silver, yesterday it tested the 1 lakh mark, and some profit taking is observed. However, buying around 99,000, 98 to 800 is recommended with a stop loss of 98,000. And on upside again, it can retest 1 lakh, 2,000. So buying on dips is recommended in silver. Whereas in metals, there is a range bound movement in copper from 814 to 822. So prices are trading in this range. However, weakness could be observed below 814 on closing basis. So if prices are sustaining below 814, we can see some correction till 810, 808 levels. On the other side, zinc looks positive. Prices are holding on to the support zone at 288. So buying on dips around 290 with a stop loss of 288 is recommended. On upside, 293, 294 is the level where it can test. And in crude oil, we might see some profit taking till 59.80, whereby one can initiate a buy with a stop loss of 5900. On upside again, 6050, 6100 is the level where one should take profits. And in natural gas, prices are consolidating from 188 to 198. However, one can initiate a buy around 192. Prices are holding the support area at 188. So unless it is breached, one can buy for a pullback till 198 and 202 levels on the upside. That's it from us. Thank you very much.